akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. So this morning our project is a packing shirt. So here I will show you how to draft the shirt. So these are the measurements we want to use, but this is a fitted measurement. So for a shirt, your measurements will have additional ease allowance before you add your seam allowance. So additional ease allowance is EA, while seam allowance is SA. So for bust, our bust is 40 divided by 4, gives us 10. So 10 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, ease allowance, plus another 1 inch seam allowance, making total of 40. This one is 12. Make total of 12 on fold. So our full will be what? 48 like that. 37 divided by 4, kilo fún wa 25, plus 1 inch for ease allowance, plus 1 inch seam allowance. Gives us total of what? 11.25. So approximately 11.5. This bust, this waist. So on the hip, it's a package shirt, it will go across the hip. 48 divided by 4 gives us what? 12, plus 1 ease allowance and 1 seam allowance, make a total of 40 inches. So this is what will determine our folding because it's the biggest in all our measurements. So now, to get our darts, package shirt will have that, both side dart and this breastband dart. So to get our dart, it will be the waist measurement, the final waist measurement, 37 plus what? Plus 4. This paper, we'll just transfer it to the fabric. So our back plus 1 ní seam allowance títẹ̀, which will be 18. 18 divided by 2 gives us what? 9 inches. So unfold will be 9 inches. Are you getting it? So yeah, let's transfer on the pattern to draft our front pattern. So now the neck is 3 inches to the side, 1 inch down. So curve it out, which is what? 9 inches. So that will be our chest line. We draw the line. Sorry. Mo tún ṣe mistake. Our chest line. Sorry. So our shoulder slope. So from our shoulder slope is where we take our chest line. So which is 9 inches. So let's roll it out. So this will come up. You get it. This is our chest line. So let me extend it a little bit more. So our next line will be our waist line from the shoulder. So our waist is what? 18 plus half inch to join. We are not adding allowance on the cloth again. So that will be 18.5. So let's trace out our 18.5. Our waist length. So the next one is our hip length, which is 24 plus half shoulder joint. That's 24.5. So now we have our full length. Full length is 29. So 29 plus 1.5 or 1 inch, depending on how you want to sew it. So let's just add plus 1. We'll weave and seam it. So that's 30. This is our M. M means the tip of the dress. So now we'll start inputting our side measurement. But before that, let's input our dart measurement. To know where you're, okay, let me finish my armhole first. So whatever you have here, you divide it by 2. 9 divided by 2 is what? 4.5. But if it is difficult to get, just put your tape into 2, look at it, and to get it. So this is 4.5. So you go in by ½ inch at the center like this, and you connect your armhole. So before that, our bust is what? Is 12 after we have divided it. So you come here, you on your chest line, check your, you mark your 12 inches. So connect it, this point to this point, get it. So this is what we have. This is our armhole. Are you getting it to the bust point? So the waist is what? Is 11.5, and the dart allowance will be returned back to the waist. Are you getting it? So let's input our dart. So our dart is what? 5 inches. It will not get here. So to know where our dart will stop is 2.5 inches below the chest line. So just let's check 2.5 inches. Let me make a small straight roll to just indicate that. So 5 inches. So let me connect the lines. This, are you getting it? So where our dart will stop is 2.5 inches below the chest line. So on the waistline, you come out by half. Are you getting it? So this is our M line. This is our hip line. It means the shirt is below the hip. It covers the buttock a little bit. So from here, you can come up by 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So let me just come out by 1.5 inches. So now connect the lines. So the dark allowance we pick in, we return it back here. So initially we have 11.5 here. So we now add 1 inch. So this is our new waistline. So we connect this to this place. You get it? So on our hip, we have 14. So 14 inches. Mm, whatever we have there, you know our dart cut across this. So we have ½ inch. So you return it here. Mm? So we'll connect from here to here to here before it gets here. So let's start. So to here. So let me just, you see how it goes. Let me just get this up. So can come up here depending on the type of shirt you want. If it is TM shirts, any type of shirts, so maybe we should just make our own TM shirts. So let's come up by how many inches to our hip length. So let's just connect to the hip length here. So you cuff it out because we wanted a TM shirt. Okay, I don't like this shape. Let me look for the shape I want. So I get something like this. I'll adjust this place. So this is the back panel, but on the front we'll have side darts. You know, this is the back panel now. On the front we'll have side dart and we'll have our overlapping allowance. That's the difference. And the neckline will come down by 3 inches or 2.5, depending on the size of your client. So now we are done with the back panel. So we'll cut the front pattern. Let's cut this one out. CL, HL, and our M. So this is our SL. You get it? So the back pattern now. The difference between the front and the back, as I always said, is the overlapping allowance to put your buttons to make it lap on each other. The neckline for the front will come in deeper, the side that, and what again? I think that's all. So now let's move ahead now. So overlapping allowance, you can decide to have overlapping allowance of what, half inch. You can have 1 inch. So for this, let's use 1 inch overlapping allowance, 2.5 to 3 inches. Mm. So, 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 so that's the first difference. So all of that is being equal. So let's cut it out. Give me, give me, let me trace out the inserting all our lines back on the front pattern. Our